Here I am going to explain about derive the equation for the differential amplifier. So first we need to understand the basic principles of the basic things of the operation amplifier. So as we know the input impedance is the input impedance is very much high in the operation amplifier. So there is no current flow through into the op-amp because there is a high input impedance between the two terminals. So the current coming from these input terminals not flow into the op-amp, it flow into this direction. So there is no current flow through to the op-amp. The voltage should be equal because the difference between those two VA and VB should be zero. So VA and VB should be same. So this is why I indicate this in this here, and I1 and IF also equal because there is no current flow to the op-amp. Current I1 goes through this side. That's why I1 equal IF, and I2 also not go through to the op-amp. It go through this line. This line I2 equal I3 also. In here we use superposition theorem for the derive the equation for the differential amplifier. First we need to first we ground the V2 terminal. Then it means the voltage in the V2 is 0 voltage. First we ground the V2 terminal. Then V2 ground mean the voltage in here is 0 and the voltage also in here is 0. Previously I tell VB equal VA, so VA also 0 voltage. Then we know I1 equal IF, so we can write V1 minus 0 voltage. We can write I1 voltage divided by resistance. Voltage between the R1 is V1 minus 0 voltage and R1. As well, we know the voltage difference between the R3, it is 0 minus V out divided by R3. Then R3 come to this side with the minus R3 come. Then minus R3 divided by R1, V1 is the equation for the V out. Then we ground the V1. First we ground the V2, then we ground the V1. Then V1 voltage is 0 voltage. This is the 0 voltage. Then okay, move to the next slide. Then we can write VB using the voltage divider rule. First we know that we can write VB, this voltage, VB voltage, as R4 using the voltage divider rule. R4 divided by R4 then R2 multiply by the V2 voltage. Then it gives the voltage between the R4 between the R4. So R4 voltage means voltage between R4 means it gives VB. Then same we can write the VA also. Then VA means voltage between the R1. So we divide the R1 using the sum of the R3 and R1, use the voltage divider rule and multiply by the Vout. Vout is the voltage because V1 is grounded, so there is no voltage, there is zero voltage. So as we know the VA is VA and VB is equal, so we can so this two part is equal, this two part is equal. So R1 divided by R3 and R1 multiplied by Vout is equal R4 divided by R4 plus R2 multiplied by V2. Then we get the equation for the Vout. This part go to this side and this part go to this side. So R3 plus R1 in the top and R1 in the down. Then we have two equations for the Vout. This equation get from the ground in the V2 and this equation get from the ground in the V1. Then we combine these two equations to get the total Vout. Then this part come to this and this side and this part into this side. Then this is the equation for the Vout. When we have equal resistance for the R1 and R2 and R3 and R4 is equal, when R1 and R2 equal, then we can obtain this equation if we have the equal resistance from cutting from just